It's the Wendy Williams Show. And now, here's our special guest hosts, Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkos.
Why don't you do your,
Yeah, that's right. How you doing?
No, how you doing? Yeah, I'm in New York.
I think mine was better.
Yeah, you sound like you're from Chicago. Hey, I'm Jerry Springer. This, of course, is Steve Wilkos. We're not only great friends, but we're your guest hosts today. So thank you, Wendy. I hope, Wendy, this isn't a career ender for you, letting us host the show, because this...
I don't think she has anything to worry about.
This could be a train wreck, let's be honest. No, this is the first time we've been together on stage in how many years?
15 years.
15 years. Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that, but are you guys ready for some hot topics?
To be honest, we're not used to having, like, a desk here.
Never. We've never sat down. Well, I mean, I used to sit down and then jump on stage, but you were always standing.
Yeah, but no, now that I'm doing the judge show, well, we have a bench. They gave me a bench because they didn't trust me with chairs. Anyway, well, this is great that Wendy gives us an opportunity.
I love Wendy.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
You know, me and Jerry have been here many times, and, you know, when my show launched, me and Wendy kind of launched at the same time, and we became good friends. I went to her 50th birthday party, so I love Wendy.
Yeah. I don't remember my 50th birthday party. Oh yeah, Lincoln had just been shot. You know, what am I saying? Hey, okay, hot topics. Rapper Lil Nas X made a surprising appearance yesterday. Oh. Yeah, he was on Maury. Take a look.
That was a lie. More than 10 different people.
Well, Tara, come. That's
I guess I didn't want to be with him.
Come here. Come here. Come, Ray. Come, Ray.
We'll be right back, everyone.
Well, you know how this came about. You know, Lil Nas X did a video of a love triangle, and so it was perfect for Maury's show because they have the same fans.
Yeah, but I mean, here, Maury's getting all the big stars. How come they don't come on our shows?
Well, any star that knows me is 90 years old.
But truthfully, Jerry, younger people are very drawn to our shows. You know, we have a big fan base with younger people. Why do you think that all these younger people want to watch our shows?
Well, way back when, like, say, 25, 30 years ago, they didn't yet have social media because so our shows really were the first ones where young people could talk about their private lives, what was going on. Remember, when the shows first started, people used to say, how can people go on national television and talk about their private lives, who they're with, and all that? Well, now we have social media, and the kids are using social media to do the exact same things that people were complaining about on our shows. I think that's how it grew into We founded social media. I'm so sorry.
And you know, when you watch the Jerry Springer Show, I always said, how could you watch the show and not feel better about your own life?
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So you see, we did do something good. Yeah. As I always say, I hope hell isn't that hot because I burn real easy. I'm light complexion. I apologize for the show. But watch Judge Jerry, it's really good. Okay. Okay. Who's the biggest celebrity fan you had on your?
Well,
the
biggest celebrity I think that of my show, a fan of my show, is Tracy Morgan. And
wow. Yeah.
So he talked about me many times on different shows, and I got to meet him, and he's a fan. And when when somebody's a fan when they start talking about specific shows, and because I don't even remember my shows. So when somebody like that brings them down, you really know.
Okay, I do have a story. Now that you just mentioned that, years ago, I'll tell you, it was the day before the presidential election of 1992. While I was doing my show, I was also anchoring the news in Cincinnati for the NBC affiliate. The day before the election, a number of us reporters or news anchors were invited on Air Force One to go with the first George Bush, 41, as he was flying through, campaigning through Ohio. And you get to go up to his cabin in the front of the plane for a 15-minute interview. I swear to God, this is the truth. I go up there, of course, I'm all excited. I got a cameraman with me. I get a 15-minute interview. And I swear to God, as I sit down and he says, oh, Jerry Springer, he says, I just have one question. We had on our show the conjoined twins, Lori and Dory.
Dory.
And here is the leader of the free world. The day before the election, and he starts asking me about Lori and Dory. And I'm thinking, I've got only 15 minutes to ask him about the election tomorrow. Yeah. And so I know he watched the show. What is the President of the United States doing watching our show? That's why we're in trouble. True story.
All right, there's more proof that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are dating. Flavor Flav posted a picture of them celebrating Pete's birthday and met her mother, Chris. Is it too soon to meet her mother? Yes. It's too soon. Now, I'm going to say, speaking as a father of an 18-year-old daughter, it's never too soon to meet your daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, so like the whole Pete Davidson thing, right? Like he's dating all the hottest women in the world, right? And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then me and my daughter, we watched King of Staten Island, right? And then I got it. Like this guy is charismatic. I thought the movie was wonderful. And then I started getting it. Like I understand women are attracted to funny guys, right? Because let me tell you something. If I didn't have a sense of humor, my wife would have never married me. So
my wife married me because she doesn't know I'm Jerry Springer. She thinks I'm selling insurance. I don't know. No.
But I'm saying about Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world, right? She could have any guy. And I like Pete Davidson, but really?
Oh, man. So, well, I think celebrities wind up dating celebrities. And I think in most cases, it's not going to be long-lasting. And I think it's natural for people to date people in their own business, their own industry, their own, because that's who you're around, that's who you meet, that's natural. But when you start mixing your career with your personal life, you're going to ruin both. And so I'm just thinking, if you're a celebrity, keep your family out of the news magazines, keep them out of the newspapers, and then you can have stability in both.
But
That's just
they're doing it, yeah. So I was in New York and I was doing a morning show and I met Kim K, right? And so I'm in the green room and they're saying, would you like to meet Kim Kardashian? I'm like, of course I'd like to meet Kim Kardashian. Yeah. But so I'm waiting, so I stuff a bagel in my mouth, I'm chewing away. And if you look at this picture, I got this creepy smile on my face. Yeah. And I can't show my teeth because my mouth is stuffed with a bagel.
Looking good, though.
I don't think she was thinking that.
Okay. What about Paris Hilton?
What about her?
Well, she just married Carter Reum in an extravagant 3-day wedding. You guys see the pictures of that? Oh my gosh, look at that.
Ah.
Oh, there you go.
Now
here's the scandalous part. Paris's husband has a 9-year-old daughter that he's only met once, and he didn't invite her to the wedding. So the issue is, should he have invited his daughter, who he's only met once, to their wedding? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty sad that you have a 9-year-old daughter, you only met her once, right? Like, what the hell's going on there? But I agree. I don't think that's the appropriate time to bring your daughter. You're not going to have time to spend time with her at your wedding.
You don't want.
So I'm okay with that, but he better get off his ass and start being in his daughter's life.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Obviously, you would hope that they would have some kind of a relationship beforehand. But in any event, let's say just now he says, you know what, I've got to start having a daughter, my daughter in my life, and I should be in her life. But the first meeting should not be at the wedding. You know, because that is just using your kid in a sense for publicity. First, you should establish a personal relationship, just dad and daughter, no cameras, no news, just start building that. You know, if the first time the kid shows up at the wedding, you say, hey, you see that man up there on the right? That's your dad. You don't want that.
But how about the fact now, the ex of this guy that she married, your new stepmom to your daughter is Paris Hilton. Wow. Like, you know, that's got to sting a little bit because, one, she's a beautiful woman, and she's got tons of money. She's going to be in your face all the time, right? Because Paris Hilton is always in, social media, and she's all over the press. I think that would be tough to deal with.
Yeah, it may be tough, but celebrity isn't everything. I mean, it's if you loved someone and you're married to someone or they're in your family, the last thing you necessarily want is for them to be famous. I mean, I don't think necessarily, nothing against Paris Hilton, but I have no idea that she's a better quality person than the woman he left or the woman that left him.
Right, I'm not saying anything about her, but I'm just saying, when most people get divorced, their new, with their ex is not with somebody that is rubbed in your face all the time. But their wedding, I got to imagine it was not like the ones that we had back in the day on the Jerry Springer Show.
Oh, yeah? Say, no. We even had food at our weddings.
Yeah, we had food at our weddings.
Yeah, we would bring out the ark and people would get married on our show. The weddings.
We have a clip of it. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, you be the judge.
Will you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
you sound like
See,
that
you don't
for?
see.
Because charge him.
Look at this.
He ain't
You
got-
don't
it
see this on
It don't
Oprah.
matter. You don't need to charge him.
You don't see.
No.
Now, who's
I don't know if anybody in the audience caught that, but if you watch real carefully, I was throwing the food too.
This was it. Now, honestly, which wedding would you rather be at? Yeah. You would talk about that the rest of your life.
And you're all lying because you'd be at Paris Hilton's wedding for sure.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Dancing with the Stars pro dancer Artem, I think I'm saying that correctly, is accusing the show of ageism. After his partner Hardin, she's 54, was voted out. He says fans don't vote for older celebrities. So, which I disagree, because if they voted out older celebrities all the time, I wouldn't have a show. Because Jerry was on the Dancing with the Stars. And this is a true story. They came to me and said, hey, when Jerry's on Dancing with the Stars, you're gonna host the show while he's gone. But don't worry, he'll be the first one voted off. So I said, okay. So I ended up hosting the show for like 6 weeks because Jerry did so good.
Whoa. Steve is not. Well, here's it. Steve is telling the absolute truth, and I'll tell you another part of the story. When you're on that show, you're out in LA where they tape it. It was ABC. And they put you up at a hotel there for the weeks that you're on. And everyone who was on that show, they book you for about 3 or 4 weeks because they don't know what it's going to be like. Well, the first week that I'm on, the day that I'm going to dance, I get a call in the hotel room from the front desk. And this is my first day on, and they called. They said, what time would you be checking out? No, I'm serious. The show only booked me for 1 week because they didn't think I would last. That's not a joke. That's the truth. So I decided as a joke to take my suitcase to the show. Well, the end of the story is ha, ha, ha. They didn't vote me off. I went about 7 weeks, I think it was. But Tucker Carlson went first. But one thing about the age is I knew they didn't think much of me because when Kim, who was my partner, and she was wonderful, she would choreograph the dance I had to do. Every week, my dance ended up at the same corner of the dance floor. And no one else did. And I wondered I asked her, how come it's always ended? Because that's where the paramedic was. So they didn't think that I would even...
But, you know, to answer the question, if you're younger on that show, you have a much better chance, right, to dance. I mean, somebody like this old fossil, he ain't gonna know. So a Texas couple is being called bad parents for creating an OnlyFans account. They say that they make $350,000 a year sharing explicit photos. Their daughters are 16 and 13. What do you think about this, Jerry? Are they bad parents because they're showing these explicit photos on Fans Only?
Well, it's not for me to say they're bad parents. I don't know. But I think that's a bad idea. I think when your kids grow up and they are adults, they can make those kind of adult choices. But I think it's good for parents to say to kids, there are some rules we have, some standards we have, some things that you're not going to do as a kid. When you're grown up, maybe you can. That's what I think
I think, hey, man, if you can make... I think if you can make $350,000 and you're not hurting anybody, go for it. It's America.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem.